Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I woke up about an hour ago. So, uh, hashtag professional. But no, just sometimes there's just some problems in life that only can be fixed by sleeping for 14 hours. So, hey Rebecca, hey Abigail, oh, I hope you're doing well. We missed you on Tuesday. Hey Sweet Pea, hey Anita. Hey Vicky. Like, not even kidding, only halfway through my half cup of coffee, or my first cup of coffee. I just scarfed down breakfast. I spent too long out with the chickens, so I didn't have time to actually cook. So yogurt for breakfast this morning. Poor Randy hadn't even been fed yet. Well, hey Yvonne. Hey Karen. Hey Lisa. Hey Jody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. Hey Fabri in France. Hey Baker. Bonnie. Oh, it's just so nice to see y'all. Well, as much as we can. I want to show you guys. I've started doing a thing. And like most things, oops, I get super excited about it. Also, I'm really sorry about the audio right now. The heater is going and it's like right behind me. The vent in the floor for this room is. Where'd you go, little thing? There you are. So it should be shutting off here in just a minute, but YouTube actually let you know. Really? I posted to Patreon, I was trying to do a lens thing, and as soon as I had tabbed over, because I was like in the seconds being like, I gotta be on time, gotta do something on time today, it was like post failed, and I was like, ah, crap. So your warmth is more important than good audio. Thanks Rebecca. It's not that bad today. It's only like in like the low 40s. So, and it's not very windy. It's when it's windy that it gets really cold in the house because of all of the, like, the walls leak air, it seems. Hey Daniel. Hey Sandy, thanks. Randy and I were just having the conversation actually. He's like, how come you never wear your hair down? And I was like, because I'm going to be playing with fire today. Which is pretty fun. And something that for the longest time I was really afraid of because I am flammable and made out of meat. But I watched a bunch of tutorials. I've read a book. So clearly I'm an expert now. No. Hey Melissa, yeah. 23 degrees in Colorado. Oof. 22 there. Abigail asks, does Randy use Steam? There's a massive sale on Assassin's Creed, even the brand new ones. I can't hear you over the heater, honey. He says he's not a big fan of the Assassin's Creed. He only likes doing parkour in real life. Patty, she's like, 76 degrees in Florida. Take it, northern chumps. Do what? Yeah. Brandy's like, yeah. We could go to Florida. I could go. I'm up for a vacay to the beach. Wait, are there still hurricanes right now? Because we can wait a minute. But yeah, so I've been making copper head pins for my Patreon packages. So this will be, oh, Michelle, 81 in Hawaii. We have a winner. No hurricanes at the moment. Come on by, they say. Hey, SL. But yeah, so I've been going through. Some of them come out a little weird. I'm not going to lie. Use my big old forehead to try to get it to focus. I don't know. I'm going to turn this around just so that you guys can see. Because we do still have like some mail opening and stuff today to do as well. When you first started this, how did you build up your followers fan base? Pointers, please. It really helped that I posted a video a day. I just felt like the best example I've ever heard when building a fan base on any kind of social media or any kind of like YouTube or anything. Hey, little in Italy, is it's like this rainstorm and you're putting thimbles out to catch water. You're catching raindrops and thimbles during a rainstorm, and sometimes those, hey Jim, hey Yvette, sometimes those thimbles will grow into a cup or a bucket or a kiddie pool, or like for me it was my Dragon Eye of Sauron. Let's see how many tag frequently searched things I can put into one title on that one. But that one, when Adam Savage shared that to his Facebook page, where he has like 2.8 million followers at the time, that helped us blow up so much. Like, we exponentially like shot up, and then it started to level off, and then we just kept doing it every day. And I think I enjoy answering the comments and like interacting with y'all, and I think y'all like that. Like, so we just started hanging out more, and like we were just hanging out. Like, I wasn't focused on building a quantity of audience. I was interested in, like, I didn't realize it, but quality. I mean, quality means everything. I'd take, 100 of y'all who actually want to be here and are interested in the content and have something to contribute and are interested in learning than what I would like a million people. I don't know, a million's a lot. No, but triple that number of people who are like leaving rude comments and not really, I don't know, just crappy. Like, I'm really lucky that today, Randy was like, I think you're gonna hit 90,000 before the end of the year, and I feel like I've got 90,000 really badass people, like just cool folks hanging out with me. So, I like it. Like, I like y'all, but it's not about the numbers. It's about this. It's about us hanging out and having a good time and stuff. So. Jim says, we are your quality audience, but there's a crap load of us. It's getting that way. It's getting that way for sure. Sarah says, did you use that tool you were grumbling about to make the pins? I did not. And I felt really bad. I was trying something out different with that video. And I usually, I've been in a really bad mood for like 2 weeks, like low key. I don't know if it's just this time of year or the stress or the sun's gone, or what, but, and so I posted a video and I was like, least recommended worst pliers for beginners. And it's like, I don't know, I wish I hadn't spun it that way, because they are very useful, and a lot of y'all have commented with things that never even occurred to me, because we have different paths and we have different crafty ways of doing things. But it's like, where are they even? Did I put them back out on the thing? Where are you, pliers? I don't even know where I put them. Did I put you in? Huh? Did you lose them again? I lost them again. But they're the loop making pliers, and no, I didn't use them. I use them so little that I just lose them, apparently. Yay! Hey, Maya! Never underestimate what you were doing and how it matters to some of us. Oh, well, thanks, Infected. Angela says, but I get a bunch of views on one of my items. How do I tip it over to help them want to buy? I don't know. If I had the answer to that, I'd have a lot more money. But no, it's, I just do my best to present the items, like whenever I'm showing you guys stuff, like on my Etsy, which I think I'll take this as an opportunity to do, actually, because I've got some necklaces right here. I try to let the pieces speak for themselves. So whenever we're having a video, nobody wants to feel like they're being like huckstered to, like walking through a carny and somebody being like, come on up, buy your stuff, give me money. But if I show you the piece and I'm like, hey guys, I made this, it's a thing. I actually did this in a tutorial, which I think that's actually part of why I started doing the tutorials, is people would come by through our booth and a lot of them would be interested in how it's made, but then there's also a few who would be like, well, it's not worth that. Or, well, what is this? I could do this. And I'm like, you could do this. I'd love to teach you if you'd stop being a jerk for a minute. But anyways, but to show people the process of how it goes in, because if they can see how it was made, then I think they feel a little bit more connection to the piece, as well as a little bit more appreciation for, most of the time, how little we're charging for our work. But yeah, so this one was made in the flat wire tutorial. It was, again, another one of our hand-painted cabochon, or dragon eye cabochons. And I'll talk to people about how it is non-tarnished metal, so you don't have to worry about it turning your skin green. This is aluminum, so it can oxidize and leave a little bit of gray over time, but that comes right off with makeup remover. It's not that like permanent green that unvarnished copper can give you. And then the little glass bead that hangs down, the color's solid all the way through. That way you don't have to worry about it getting scratched up over the years. And then we talk about how it's fully adjustable, so you can hook it anywhere along the length and have it be however short or long as you want. So to translate things, I'm just gonna hang that back over there. To translate the things that I make into sales, I just talk about the piece, the things that I would be looking for: durability, wearability. Like it's people are going to know the instant they look at it whether or not they like it. You just have to give them that little bit more of an opportunity to be like, and it could be yours for, I think that one's $50, which I wanted to charge 40, and Randy was like, no, charge 50 at least. Like he was pushing for 75, but that's where Randy and I always kind of butt heads a bit. But um and then I leave it at that. And if you as the client are like, I really want that, then it's on you. Like, but I'm not here being like pushing it any further. So it's, does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining that well. Not you if you're in a bad mood. What? I've been in agony for a week. Oh no, Abigail. Still untreated infection. Literally had 6 hours sleep this week. Oh no. Oh, Abby. Zenta says Vaughn made me busy. Blah. It was your Dragon Eye bracelet tutorial that inspired me to try wire wrapping. Nothing like choosing hard right from the start. That is true, Sandy. I don't mean to cackle, but I'm like, yes, one of us. Blah. Making milk chocolate and white hot chocolate dipped. I got really hung up on chocolate spoons. Tanya, that's awesome. Mystic Mouse says, thanks for showing us all of your tutorials. You've been one of the people that has made me want to get back into creating things again. Right on. I'm just here to give you that little nudge and like that little bit of a fire under your butt to get what's already in you kickstarted again, because sometimes it can take some kickstarting. Scarlett says, true, you do not charge enough for your work. It's hard. I charge as much as I can when I can get away with it. So, hey, Danielle. It's good even room temperature. Blue Willow says, I started making videos, had 6 made, downloaded to my computer, cleared PH to make more, and what happened? My computer crashes. Oh my god, that's the worst. Like, baby. Blue Willow lost all of her videos that she hadn't uploaded yet. We've never had that happen that bad, but we have like completely deleted footage before it was edited, or like I'll like think that I've copied it off of the phone that I record off of like onto the desktop, or we have an external hard drive actually specifically so we can have doubles of all of our stuff, so that way like, and it was worth the investment. It's worth a little bit of work, but it's like I'll move something over from the phone and think that it moved over well, but the cord will gotten bumped, so like half of it didn't move over, and it absolutely kills my motivation to keep going. So I'll be like, I'll come back to that project in 6 months whenever I don't feel like just setting everything on fire. Almost caught it before it fell. Oh, but gosh, just show business, baby. Jody says, do you ever haggle at shows, or do you hold fast to your prices? If somebody tries to haggle with us, we hold fast to our price until hell freezes over, because we're like, we charge already quite low on our pieces. But if somebody's kind and they're buying like multiple pieces, we'll be like, yeah, you can just have those earrings for free. Like, so we try to reward the behavior that we want to see, which is people just, is you wouldn't go into Target and haggle for prices. You wouldn't go into your grocery store and haggle. It's like, I don't know, Randy and I are not hagglers. Do what, love?
So you don't go to the gas station and haggle for prices.
Yeah, he says you don't go to the gas station and haggle for prices. And it's just, and we're like, we believe that we're charging a fair price for what we're doing, and we do not sell a necessary thing at all. It like is jewelry. It is literally icing on the cake. Like it's the glitter sprinkles on the cake, actually. It's not even the icing. And so it's like, we're like, if you can't afford it, maybe, I don't know. it's a $5 pair of earrings. Like, how much less do you want it for? But I don't know. And sometimes we'll throw in like the skirt for free with a costume if they're buying one of our more extravagant costumes, just so they can like wear it right there at the con. Danielle says, for dragon eyes, do you let the nail polish dry and then scrape the lines, or do you do it while it's still a bit wet? My lines aren't as fine as yours, so I think I do them too soon. Danielle, if you want really, really fine lines, I let it dry for like an hour, like until you can get those really finely scraped lines, because otherwise it'll get you like, if you scrape while it's goopy, you'll get a different texture of lines, which I think is really cool, but sometimes it's not what you're going for. Gotcha, Blue. How did you find the confidence to start selling your jewelry? Did you ever feel like your things were good enough to sell when you first started? Christina, that's a really good question. Uh, Randy and I started selling jewelry because we desperately needed money. And we were like, let's try it. I had worked at a store called the Moonwillow Emporium, and I had gotten some experience selling a few of my pieces while I worked there, just like pairs of earrings that they let me put out on the display and stuff. And I mean, I knew that I was a beginner. I knew I was using what I hate the term, but the costume jewelry, quality of it's not sterling silver, it's not gold plated, it's for fun. Um, and I felt like I was charging I felt like I was being reasonable. So the logic of I have reasonable prices and I did my best outweighed any of the insecurities, and also that underlying drive of if this doesn't sell, we don't eat, really pushes, a lot of faked confidence to be like, fake it till you make it. So, and then whenever we started to get even just little bits of results, because at the time the Moonwillow had closed, like the owners lived like 2 hours away, and it was in a small town, and it was initially like I was surprised, honestly, as nice as the store was, that it stayed open as long as it did, because the town was constantly like boycotting it because it was like a metaphysical head shop in like southern Tennessee. No offense, southern Tennessee, I love you guys, but sometimes sometimes you can chase people out of town. But it's a brain fart. Oh, is it gonna be one of those days again? What am I talking about? It's always one of those days. We started doing craft shows, and everybody was very kind. It helped that we were like, I was like 19, I think. How old was I? Yeah, I was like 19. Um, so we were like these baby-faced chitlins just running around, and people were buying jewelry from us, being like, "Where's your parents?" Like, no, they didn't really talk like that. But sorry, it's fun to reminisce. Ooh. Sparky says, I have difficult decision to make about pricing. Put stretchy helm and half Persian 3-in-1 bracelets for sale in a hair salon. Helm is $10, half Persian is 15. People are telling the owner they'd buy if 5 to 7. I don't know if I should drop down to their price or just take a little bit off for like Christmas sale. Suggestions? That's a really hard question. Because, not gonna lie, money's really nice. And also, from the viewer of a consumer, it's like, it's Christmas, so you kind of want like stocking stuffers, like little stuff. If it's not a huge, like gold and diamond, like impressive piece that you're mentally prepared to already be spending an arm and a leg on, then you're expecting kind of Walmart prices. And by hand making, I hate the term costume jewelry, non-precious metal jewelry, um, we fall in this weird middle ground between Zales that people are used to having to refinance their home for, and like stuff from like Walmart or the dollar store that they're expecting plastic and they're not expecting it to last. But then in between this handmade area, often we're just as durable, if not more, than the big box expensive stores, but we're closer down to that lower end. So it's, if you want to have a Christmas sale, I would I would do that as opposed to like I don't know, because honestly your prices are quite low already. So like that's super affordable. But I also understand that maybe the sense of urgency of just wanting to get it sold, depending on how you have it set up with the person who's running the shop, maybe see if you can post them also on your Etsy, because sometimes people coming in and getting their haircut, they aren't there like in the mindset for handmade jewelry. But sometimes people who are on your Facebook page or your Instagram or, shopping through Etsy are in a handmade jewelry kind of mind, and they're expecting a little bit more of a handmade price. And so they'll see the 10 and 15 and be like, oh, heck yeah. So that's good luck. Hippie says, what kind of camera do you use? I use my Galaxy S8 cell phone because I always have it on me. It actually has a really good camera. And I've found I can accomplish a lot more with, I mean, not necessarily a pro level camera, but with a decent camera. But if I have good lighting and if I have a tripod and if I have like a strategically set up recording area, because a lot of the times the more professional cameras will do better like capturing a lot of movement or like different things like that, or it'll have like more customizable light adjustment. But for what I do, my phone works just fine, and quite frankly we paid enough for it, so I'm gonna get my use out of it. Lisa says my husband loves his leather working kit and now we have to get leather for him to work on. And there's our first freeze of the day. So if that happens, just refresh the page. I will always come back, even just to say bye and to let you know that that we'll be done. But we've still got 40 more minutes. Sage says, I just got my first order of sterling silver filled parawire. Can't wait to try it. Thanks for the recommendation. Love the smaller spools than Rio uses and the price point. It is really nice, and I'm very excited to talk to you guys about. I'm getting into, you can't see, but these are like super cool little head pins that I made. They haven't been pickled yet, so they're still all like fire scaled and discolored. But I've previously only really used the enameled copper core wire as well as the silver filled copper, or like copper core silver filled, from Parawire. But they have bare copper Parawire as well that is in the shapes. So we're going to be having more videos about soldering, brain fart, oxidizing, and a whole bunch of other stuff coming out with that bare wire, as well as I'm going to be experimenting quite intensely with different methods of keeping it from turning your skin green, because I love copper jewelry, but I hate having my skin turn green because I'll wear something for a day and I'll be green for a week. So Christina says, when you first started wire wrapping, did you draw out your design ideas and go from there? No. Maybe you can see some of my older wire wrapping pieces on my DeviantArt. They kind of all looked the same. I was mostly concerned about keeping the stone from falling out, and then just kind of doodling from there. Like, I'm actually just now getting into the realm of planning my pieces a little bit more. Trying to catch up on ooh, right on, Sarah. Could have turned out better. Well, that's clay for you though. Road tripping, yes. In and out because of patience. Right on. Well, it's nice to see you, Amber. Why do you have to be such a creeper? Oh, but he's our creeper, Danielle. I love Randy so much. Like, he's the bomb diggityest. It's not easy being green. Yeah. I was like, why are you green? And then I remembered what we were talking about. Is copper the only metal that turns us green?
No.
No. It's usually things with copper in it, though. I've actually had adverse reactions to a lot of sterling silvers that have a higher copper content, because sometimes people will, like, I don't know. I don't always trust that it's the same copper content, because some sterling will turn me greener than other sterling, which I don't understand. But like bronze and brass turn you green in a minute, but they're alloys with copper. Does brass have copper in it? No, brass just does that. Because the green on your skin is actually the oxidation, like, reacting and rubbing off sometimes, too. So some people turn green as a chemical reaction, and some people will turn green because that's just the metal, like, oxidation embedded in their skin. So, sorry. I am, like brain dead today. I did just wake up. Let me get a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Drink too much too fast. Okay. What was the first things you ever did with wire wrapping? I think it was making, just wrapping like pieces of gravel, I think. I'm trying to remember. Because I kind of jumped into it all at once. I had gotten my hands on some head pins, and I thought those were just the coolest thing. So it was probably like wrapped loops and stuff were the first, and then those got big, started out as earrings, then grew into pendants, then grew into necklaces. So it's jewelry is a growing thing. The Electronic Kitten said, cool name by the way, have you ever thought about working with metal clay? I have, and I want to show you guys because I think Lynn, do you still watch my stuff, Lynn? If you're here, hey. Lynn had sent me some precious metal clay, and I can actually show you guys a couple of different pieces that I had messed around with, but oh, I hate the way these fire bricks feel. Like I can feel it in my teeth when they touch each other. I had made, this was part of a Morning Glory leaf. I really like the liquid PMC that you can just like paint onto stuff. So I'm actually gonna get the camera turned around. Hopefully, oh, it just bumped me. I've missed a bunch of questions, but no, get turned around. Okay. Why am I using this tripod for this? Sorry. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll shoot a bunch of videos. I think I'm just gonna go back to bed after this. I am wrecked. Okay, moving tripods. Alright, there we are. And I'm gonna get a little bit more light going. Compliments of Misty. Okay. So this was a Morning Glory leaf that I just painted with the liquid metal clay. Hey Z, Sam, stop licking your butthole, that's loud. It's like a cavernous echoing. But, and I haven't done any pickling or polishing or anything on this. I just torched it. And then these were some that I didn't do thick enough. I don't think they were, so yeah, and it didn't cook through all the way. And then I wanted to do, this was stuff from a syringe, and it just wasn't, it wasn't taking it with the, having it with the torch. So I think I would really, I think I would really benefit from having a kiln before I get too much more into the precious metal clay. But these were some that I still want to paint a little bit more on and try to make some little, I don't know, experimenting for sure. Okay. Hey, Natalie. Bobby, she says, on drugs, not sure how, oops, to get her attention. Going to pass out soon. Vaughn, missed my message. Gotta try again. Hey, Vaughn, just wanted to let you know how much people love you. I had a hip. Oh, Bobby, I'm so sorry I keep missing your messages. Kenneth says, can you make a video on a good leather tool starter kit? Hey, Kenneth. We actually did a video about that here recently. There's a pretty decent kit on Amazon for like 40 bucks. That really makes a lot of the leather stuff accessible, without too much of a monetary investment. Okay, a little bit more coffee. But I want to show you guys just real quick. Is that the mailman? Because we're going to have to do some mail opening, maybe. Sorry, barky dogs. Hey, leave the tiny mailman alone. But yeah, we make just little And I'm going to have to focus while I do this because I don't want to set myself on fire or anything.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I don't have too much of a sense of adventure with this stuff, Randy. But yeah, you can see I have, this is just bare parawire, 20 gauge, cut into 3-inch long lengths. Z, calm down, honey. Thank you. It's the Oops Man. Oh, sorry. I can't yell at you over being excited and get excited, can I? Okay, so yeah, and then this is my fancy quenching bowl by Ziploc. It's a Tupperware. And this is a fire brick from Amazon. And then I'm using long pliers and the same micro torch that was sent to me by Lynn in the precious metal clay kit that she had sent. And then I wear one of these to protect my face. Mostly it's to keep me from scratching my face with a hot tool because like my nose will itch or something. So I'm probably going to sound a little funny with the visor down. But yeah, flip that around for a sec. Ooh, the visor. Flip it back around. Bye, Sarah. I'll be doing a separate video about this, I think, as I figure it out more. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to look at comments for a minute. Let me get this situated to make sure you'll be able to see the whole process. I may do it from back here. Oh, it's the mailman. Okay, this is a pretty good look for me, I think. Because I think from farther back, whenever we do the actual tutorial on it, I'll have it like up close so you can get different angles. Okay, testing to see if you'll be able to see a little bit. A little bit. Swear to dog, Z. Okay, so we're getting... There we go. I think I'm super low on butane. Yep. I'm out of butane. All of this buildup for nothing. Because I feel like I'm on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. What? Yeah, I'm gonna have to put more butane into this. I wonder how difficult that one tripodish thing is to use. This thing? Not too bad. I gotta put more butane in it. I'm gonna have to go out onto the porch to do that though. Oh goodness. Gas it up? I'll go gas it up. Oh my goodness. Why isn't it letting me block people? Randy, come save me from trolls. Randy, it's not letting me block trolls. Ah. Ah, did it. Oh my gosh.
Walk away for 1 second.
Big box. Yeah. Walk away for 1 second. Mickey was like, bye, Isaac. Hip replacement yesterday and made the live chat today. Shows you how loved you are. Oh, Bobby.
2 back-to-earth creations.
What's that?
I'm just confused.
It might be Rio Grande.
Oh.
Is that my electroforming compound?
Yes, actually.
Ah, toxic. Troll squasher.
Rio Grande.
I feel like this is my therapy, and I'm not right since I missed a few weeks. Oh, Maya. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it back. Okay, so I'm gonna go shove this up here.
What?
And this, I'm not gonna do it in the house because it makes it smell like butane. Will you come keep these kind folks company for a sec, Randy? I would be on her BBB. I gotta be back. Have a kiss? I dropped from my visor.
Ow!
I'm sorry, it chopped my nose too. I feel like a duck doing a mating dance because I have to look up.
Yeah? See, totally rolls a lot. Hello, everybody. I don't know that. I don't like her chair. It just keeps rolling. It is Randy. I'm always lurking somewhere. I'm doing good. I got significantly less sleep than Vaughn, but that's all right.
It squirted all
Oh
over
goodness! And on that, I'm going to go.
I gotta go wash my hands. It got all over me.
You'll be fine.
No, it's flammable. It's flammable. I'll be right back. And also, we're supposed to wait 10 minutes or something after that. So, I'll just take you guys with me this time.
Yeah.
Isn't he the nicest, though?
Am I?
Oh, all right, what'd you say? You're supposed to be nice to them, Randy. They're, oh my gosh, my messy kitchen. I'm not going to turn it around so you can't see how little Randy and I do our dishes. Oh, I hope I don't catch on fire. Road trip, yeah, for sure.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I can take this off now. Okay, so we're actually going to do a bit of mail opening. Help, can you elaborate on how you get the back of the copy? Sorry, it froze, but I'm back. Refresh the page. I'm getting the back of your wire to the back of your pendants to look as nice as the front. A lot of it is the mindset. So just treat it like you want it to be as visible and as beautiful as the front of your piece. Hey, Pool Pro, he says, stay warm and get prepared for the weekend. Oh, bad weather coming in. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Milk and bread. Gotta get the milk and bread. So I'm gonna do some mail opening real quick though, because I should have refilled the torch.
You were pretty sleepy last night.
I was quite sleepy. Hey, Callie, you wanna help me open mail? Upper management's got to supervise.
Wait, why is she upper management?
She's assistant manager, still considered upper. And I am but a lowly human. There's the scissors. Okay. Oh, naked Ken doll. Hey, Randy. Your head's like the only thing blocking out his Ken doll junk.
Fantastic.
Jody says, hey, how are your chickens? Still laying? They are still laying. Like, it's very nice. They won't stay in their actual coop because we had some damage from the snow buildup. But other than that, they're doing really good. I can't believe I made it to a live stream. Hey, Nitbits! Private rehab center, 1 hour from home, said they'll accept me. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats, Abby.
That is really
Mail call. Yep. And this one, this is Co-Link store. I don't know who it's from yet. You should find that pink drink I sent you because it naturally balances your body and give you natural energy, clarity of mind, and a sunnier outlook. Right on. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Oh gosh, there's a lot of notes in here. Well, just 3, I guess. It says Vaughn and Randy for your warm feet collections and some stabby things. What? Ah! Oh, stabby things. Stabby things. Stabby things. Oh, stabby things. Oh, these are perfect. They're diamond tipped punches for leather.
Oh.
For the hand stitching. In 2 sizes! Oh, I'm suspicious that this was somehow Yvette's handiwork. Now, these ones aren't diamond shaped. They're diagonal. That's awesome, because sometimes you don't need diamond shaped. Ooh, Yvette. Is this Yvette? I'm suspicious. Who's talking outside? Yes. No, they didn't come in. I got chicken feet. Ah! Duck feet slippers. Pardon me. Heck yeah. These are only medium. I don't think they'll fit you. Back up off my slippers, Randy. A gift from Yvette. Thank you so much. Ooh. Time to put these on. Oh my god. These will look perfect with my, if I get that Spyro onesie. Is there a left or right? Get in there, silly foot. Oh yeah. Bok bok, motherfucker. Sorry, duck feet. Quack quack, mother. On Amazon, really, you bet. I haven't even gotten to the rest of the package yet. This is awesome! Ah!
So you're ready for your Darkwing Duck cosplay.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be right this second. I have achieved the pinnacle of life. Like, it's all downhill from here, guys. Quack, quack, mother clucker. Ah, Jody. Random question. Could you use a chisel and make a cross for lacing rather than a hole or slit? I don't think you would need a cross as much. It really depends on what material you're using. But if you cut, then you're giving yourself 4 little corners that might fray, and also directions that it may tear the leather, if that makes sense. Oh, the other one's for Randy. Oh! He hasn't seen them yet. Are you ready, Randy, to have your life changed? That the power of house shoes, is only possible by the power of house shoes.
Okay.
Oh, we'll see your face.
Are these?
These are amazing!
These are, what's it called?
What's his face from Monsters Inc.?
Yes, the big
Sully.
Sully. No. Sully's the little guy. Didn't he? No, that's Mike Wazowski.
Mike Lebowski.
Wazowski.
They go on your feet, honey.
Oh.
And now he's got doubled up. Warm foot club. Thank you so much, Yvette. This is awesome. Or Yeti. They're your winter. Oh, it's your winter coat coming in. I love the toes. The freaking toes, though.
No.
What?
Are you cold? No. No, just my feet.
Just my feet. Oh, honey. Your little fluffy foot fur. Is that your toe hair? Oh.
Thank you, Yvette. These are awesome.
Thanks, Yvette. Oh, because you gotta dress your feet up for when you're crafting. Double for Cookie Monster feet, right? Daniel says, might want to put them on the heater. They're looking a bit blue.
Nah.
That's awesome, because those other ones were getting a little worn out.
Just a little.
He busted their souls. Soul buster. And I'm like, I don't want to have to do, like, my first cobbling project to be putting new soles on a...
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's worth it. Awesome. Okay. Has it been... sure, it's been long enough.
What, 10 minutes? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So back in here, now that I am properly shoed for crafty work. Oh my god, really, Amy? That way when you're like, I'm a piece of crap, people can be like, no, you're not. And then you send them a picture of you, and it's like, you dressed up as a piece of poop. And it's like, I beg to differ. Not at all saying that you're a piece of crap, though. I think I could put leather soles on them. Hey, Aaron. Jody, well, happy Hanukkah, Jody. Okay, so we filled it up. Putting my visor back on. Because safety first. Beep, boop. Do, 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 do. Alright, that's what we were doing. We were keeping it like this. I'm so forgetful. That's alright, though. I think I just have a lot going on. And I have a hard time focusing on 20 things at once. It's fair. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
These are squishy to walk in.
Oh, brand new house shoes?
Yeah.
They're so cute on you. Okay. So, let's try this again. I have the air on my torch. I have the air wide open. You'll have a tighter flame whenever there's more oxygen. The visor does match my feet, Brad. Randy's just being ridiculous. I love him. But yeah, air's wide open. And I'm focusing on putting the tip of the wire at the tip of the blue flame. So I'm just going to do this a little bit, but we're going to be having a much better actual video about this later. Soon, hopefully. Soon, if you guys are interested. There we go. I have my heat at about half. And that's that. That's making the ball end wire pins. So now, just like that, it's nice and cool. I'm gonna put it into pickling compound, which I have now another Amazon list up, like for my recommended tools and stuff, but I'm organizing them into stuff specifically for polymer clay, leatherworking, wire wrapping, metal smithing, so that you guys can go and get the exact same tools and compounds that I'm purchasing and kind of craft alongside me. Now, mine don't look all like nice and smooth and stuff. They're kind of like bumpy and pitted on the surface. I don't know how much of that's going to come off during during pickling, during polishing, I'm going to put them in my rotary tumbler, I think, because this also functions to wonderfully anneal the like, check out how easy that is to bend, like compared to the initial wire. Like, see how you can get some really nice like curves and stuff with the softer wire. And I'm excited to try out. I'm going to rummage through my drawers. I think I might have some 18 gauge bare copper. What do you use for pickling? Is it hot or cold? You can use a cold pickling compound, but it's going to take a lot longer. If you heat your pickling compound up, like Randy got me like a 2-quart crock pot from Walmart. And that's because I didn't have any at the thrift stores. But if you, thanks Garner, it was my visor for safety is cool. ADCD, attention deficit coffee disorder. High five, Brad. That's like the best thing ever. What was I talking about? No fair distracting me. If you have you don't want it boiling or even like steaming, just like on the warm setting. It'll take just a couple of minutes to do what it would take a cold pickling compound, hours to do. How do I find your recommended list? I don't think we have links to it yet. There should be a link down in the video description of this video to like my big Amazon recommended list that hasn't been organized yet, and from there you might be able to find my other recommended lists. But Maybe I'll get lucky and Vaughn will torch another pin. I'll torch another one for you guys. I'll get you a different camera angle this time. Now that you can see the book that I'm learning out of that is on the recommended list. Let me grab it for you guys. I don't know if it's going to be backwards or not. It is Soldering Made Simple by Joe Silvera. And this book is, it's everything. Like, I think this is really going to, it's already made me feel confident enough to go ahead and tackle some of these things. But it goes very, very in depth. It makes, from a complete beginner at metalsmithing, it is helping me to feel confident in lighting up my torch and actually getting going. Right, Tasha? I don't know what's up. So I'm just gonna. Huh. 2 days in a row, right? Okay. And also right behind, because I do point that way, and I don't want to burn any of my work surface. This is just a marble cutting board that I've had since I was like, I think I got, my family got it for me for my 18th birthday. Okay, but yeah, I keep, it was recommended to keep your torch off to the left and to keep everything else off to the right. That way you have absolutely no reason to reach over to the left side where the hot torch is. Because just work on the presumption that everything's going to burn you and be very cautious. Like, it doesn't make the water hot enough to burn you, but Garner, holy crap. Sorry, I don't mean to, it's really loud behind the mask. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Yeah. So this one's for you, Garner. I'm not gonna be able to see the comments or anything for a minute, but I start by releasing this one. This torch doesn't turn off readily. Kind of bothers me a bit, but I don't know if it's user error or not yet. And then I press in, hold that down. So now it's continuous. Doing exactly what I told myself I wasn't going to do, and that's mess about with the camera. And then just coming in right there. And it'll kind of climb up on itself. Just into the water. And this is something that it really, you don't have to have the fire brick for this. You only really need the torch, you know, and then like whatever protective setup that you like. But like, I'm being very bad and don't have a fire extinguisher yet. It's on, like, I put it on my Amazon wish list, and I'm like, I'll buy it when Patreon comes through and we get that taken care of. But invest as much as makes you comfortable into safety, but the more the better, honestly, I feel like. But you can see it just kind of bloop, bloop, comes right on up itself. I prefer to come in from underneath as opposed to the side because I feel like my little ball tips are more centered that way.
So, from the video
I'm
watching over there,
yeah,
it just gets really bright and
oh,
you
really?
can't see what the actual wire itself
oh,
is doing.
seriously?
Yep.
That one came out kind of weird.
So if you want, before you drop it in the water, bring it closer to the camera.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that feedback. That's really helpful.
There you go.
So as it cools, yeah. Now keep in mind, it doesn't have to be glowing to burn the fuck out of you. We are flammable and made of flesh. I'm making them a little bigger, I think, than what I see in like the store-bought ones. But that's because I want to be able to polish them down to look nice. Or I want that as an option. And see, if it's not centered up, then it kind of globs off weird. That's okay though. I'm sure a lot of that will get cleaned up in post. But yeah, this is like easily the most fun thing I've ever done. 100%. And then to turn it off, you're supposed to be able to just press on the back. but then it just keeps not turning off. So I turn the gas, there it goes. So yeah, that is, so what will it be when it grows up? These are going to get sent off to my patrons in their Patreon craft crates as a huge thank you, because if it weren't for my patrons and for y'all, I would have never once been able to invest in this. I was talking to Randy last night as we were laying in bed, and I was like, I always thought this was going, like, normally I'm like, I'll never do that. Like, but, I felt like this was always monetarily going to be out of my reach, like 100% out of my reach. Because they do make it seem so complex. Like, well, before you can do any of this, you have to have pickle and you have to have like this whole setup. And I'm like, no, you need a torch. So, now the pickle is going to be really nice for getting all that fire scale off and like kind of cutting a whole step out of it. All this is fine, but could you do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke? I'm not sure what that means, but it's cold and all but raining outside, so I don't see why not.
Jill asks, can you reheat the ones that are off center?
I think you can. I've had some, and again, keep in mind, I'm still learning very much. I found that if I heated it too much and the little ball of metal at the end gets too heavy, it'll drop off. Into these little guys. Let me put this back where it goes. And also, you guys, in my old jewelry setup, I would have never tried this because it was chaos. Like, you can't, like, I have to make sure that the cat is asleep, has been fed and played with, and will not come and bother me for a minute. I would not do this if the kids are like wanting attention. I mean, I don't have kids, but like if my sister's kids were over here, this is very dangerous. Like it could quickly become very dangerous, so be careful. So, but yeah, you can't see because the camera, but they'll drop off into these little balls, like a perfect little, just a little sphere. So if it gets too heavy, it'll just drop off the end. So if some of them come out like bad, that I just melt it till it blops off into the water and just do it again, or you can like snip it off. But no, so yeah, these are, expect to see some of these in your craft crates, everybody who was a pledger this month. Rainy Vaughn, we need to have a VonsterCon. We have a VonsterCon every Tuesday and Thursday. And it's better because we don't have to wear pants. Garner says, you're doing what I am wanting to do, especially silver work. Right on. And I'm discovering, the more that I do this, the more research that I'm doing, a lot of the same techniques transfer. What you learn on copper is prepping you up for the silver. So that's pretty cool. Like, I'm excited about that.
Did you buy all the soldering stuff, or did someone gift it to you?
Randy and I purchased all of the soldering stuff. But it's kind of like all of y'all bought it from us, because every extra that we had from our YouTube ad revenue, everything that we had left over from making Etsy sales, everything from y'all donating to Super Chat, Randy helped me to, he's kind of my accountant a little bit, in that we did the $1 a week savings, where week 1 you put in $1, week 5 you put in $5, like every week, so week 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And so that way by the 52nd week, the last week of the year, you're putting $52 into the bin. So it's very easy for like the first half of the year, for the first 3/4 of the year. And then it gets like, so it's Randy just helped me stay on track with that. So we had the money saved up that we were able to buy a new mattress, and I invested, I spent like $700 on crafty stuff, like to get books, and I got like some more leather and some more sculpting stuff and all the stuff for electroforming. And that's the thing too, Kelly, is it is the end of the year, so we're like, this is our last big business expense. It is, but it was, Garner says, do you get all the money from Super Chat?
No.
I don't. YouTube takes their cut, but I haven't been able to measure it to see if it's any significantly more than what Etsy or Patreon or PayPal take out. So but yeah, so Randy and I chose the products and made the purchase, but y'all funded this. Y'all made this happen. So, okay, I missed some questions there. Oh no, Colleen. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it.
Have you ever wrapped a stone as big as your finger?
Yes. I have little fingers though. Does it work with the colored parawire? Let's experiment. Note, this might make fumes. I know that it is going to burn off the enameling. It's going to burn off the enameling on the colored wire, but if you keep that in mind and know that it's going to like rickety wreck it, then you should be fine. Randy needs a utility kilt. I love a man in a kilt. Randy is indecent in public. Like, it's like...
Now, don't be telling lies.
If you were wearing a kilt...
Why would I be indecent?
Because you bend over a lot?
No.
And I think he'd be the dude in a kilt who's constantly setting his foot up on something, doing the Captain Morgan pose.
But not.
Just experiencing the breeze.
Remember Alabama Renaissance Festival?
In your monk's robe?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a floor-length monk's robe, though.
Yeah, and was I indecent?
A little. You were waving your skirt to make a breeze on your... like...
Whatever.
And honestly, I'm probably lying. I'd be the indecent one. Seeing Randy without a barrier, I'd be like, hey. Wait, what's going on? Randy only wears kilts in high winds, right? They're liking the idea, though, honey. Oh, thanks, Jody. Oh, Garner. Do you see my first attempts at the dragon eye? I made it put it in your Facebook. I think I did, Sarah, but it's been a minute since I've been over there. Y'all ask the questions I want to ask so I get the answers. Penny. My mom made a kilt for my sister taking Scottish Highland dancing. Ooh. Took a whole class and had special pleating tools and did the whole thing by hand. That is really cool. Okay, so focus, Vaughn. We're going to test out some parawire. I'm going to cut a couple of sections to see, you know, you can't just do one thing and call it an experiment. Let's do it like 5 times. So I'm cutting little 3-inch sections roundabout. I do that much because especially if I'm sending these off to my patrons, or like in a craft along kit, because I think I might do a craft along kit that features the handmade head pins, or ball pins. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay. Do you guys prefer the farther back angle or the up close angle? Oh, thanks, Lori. Okay. What are these for? They're for, you would take a finished one. Surely I've got some beads just sitting around. There's a little metal thing with some, ooh, filthy beads. So this is an earring that I made using a store-bought ball pin. So you can see that little end coming off. It keeps the bead from sliding off. Guys, this will be the first time that I've ever used one of my own ball pins. Take 2. Right, Maya? Okay, so the hole on the bead was too big. Let's try a different bead. Second time, and we're trying to da, 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 da. Yep, it works. So that is what I do my handmade ball pins. Guys, oh my gosh, like I can't even. It's the most gnarly, junked up looking head pin I've ever seen, but I love it so much. Like, it looks like it looks like it's had a rough time of it. But no, yeah. So it's, you would just thread beads on there. You could put bead caps and then make like a loop or a wrapped loop, and then make earrings or drops on a necklace. These are called ball pins, and I am hand making them, and I will teach you guys how to do it in a video if you guys want. Think of the money you're saving, and you get to make them how you want, right? Now the thing is though, is I'm limited right now to just doing them in copper. Because again, silver is quite expensive. Heating like this, you don't want to use a silver filled wire, because the copper melting will contaminate and like discolor it. Like it won't look silver anymore. So now, oh, and I missed the question. Electroforming isn't like 3D printing, though you can electroform 3D printed things. Electroforming is you take, like let's say this little mamma jamma. It's an amethyst cabochon. Argentinium works great. Right on. I'll have to check that out. If I wanted to make this into a ring, I could make a bare copper, only bare stuff, and make a ring band. Honk, honk, the same way I normally would, but then use like polymer clay or epoxy sculpt to make the bezel and attach it to the clay. Let it dry. Paint it with graphite paint or copper paint, something that's electrically conductive. And then you attach it to an electrode, or you have it, this will become the electrode because you attach it to the wire, and then you hook up your anode to this like coil, and it's all dipped in like a copper sulfate acidic solution. And you run electricity through it, and it plates from the copper that's the anode, it plates it onto the I'll be doing some tutorials after I figure it out. But it's, you basically, you can cover polymer clay, resin, seed pods, anything. You can cover it in this this conductive paint, and then electroform. Froze again, but I am back. It'll plate it in copper, and you can do similar things with like silver and gold, but you need to have not the copper solution in it. So I'll have to have like separate setups for each of those. So yeah, Penny says I love shells and leaves and things that have been edged in electroplating. That's what I'm hoping to do, because if I can do electroformed and wire wrapped and soldered, like it's, I feel like this is it is like electroplating, but you leave it in there for.
That's not good. Okay.
Well, it came back on.
It did.
It's external. It's not the house.
Yeah.
Well, that's encouraging at least. I don't want to die. Yeah, sorry. It wasn't our breaker. It was, we have fuses. We don't have breakers in our house.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. So
I won't be able to help on the live stream for a while.
Did your backup supply not?
The router.
Oh, the internet. Good thing I'm using the phone's internet.
Yeah.
Unless it cuts out. But yeah, electroforming, you leave it in there for quite a while, and so it builds up the layers, and it can be like quite bumpy, and it's worth a Google. Like it truly is. But I'll be able to do plating as well. But I'm interested in the cool textures and stuff that we'll be able to get. So now let's go ahead. If it flickers 3 times, it's gonna go out. The old round fuses. Yup. Oh no! Don't walk by too fast. The Yeti stole my cat. Don't eat her. She's just a sweet little critter. I love you. I love you both. Her little tail looks so angry. Okay, so we're getting this turned around, and we are going to experiment with the Parawire electroforming. I prefer these visors to the glasses, because even though it still pinches down on my giant noggin, it gives me full face protection instead of just my eyes, because I'm scared. I don't want burnt metal like to burn little cheeksies. Right on, Bryn. Mad scientist time for sure. Okay. So if the fumes are super bad, I'm gonna stop, but they should be fine. This actually may give us a super cool effect, actually. It seems like it's working. Ah, okay. I would not recommend doing it with the parawire because the enamel melts and jumps off. So don't do it with parawire. Bad idea. Fortunately, I'm wearing like 3 layers of clothes and it's acrylic, so it just melts. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it with the parawire. But parawire does sell bare, round, and shaped wires. 15 or it's by the pound. I don't know how much it costs. So you'll have to ask them.
And we're getting to the tuna.
What? You gave her some tuna?
No, she got it herself.
She doesn't have thumbs. She can't use a can opener. I don't believe you.
She's amazing.
She is amazing, but she doesn't. My cat just learned how to use the can opener. Apparently, I'm pretty sure it was just Randy. But yeah. We learned something new today. You could try anodized metals. That's true. Yeah, let's dig it out and see. Okay. So it actually has a quite red tip. And it just burns all the way down. I'm still going to pickle it and everything and polish it and see. Now, it does anneal it, though. But I'd maybe go through, if you only have the coated parawire, I'd kind of cut off your sections, set them onto a fire brick or a soldering board. All right on Smoky Mountain. Thanks for popping in. And then kind of sit it down and from a distance, torch it and burn off the enameling first and then go through and use it. But I think it's going to be all right to just keep my enameled stuff separate from my bare stuff. And because I'm interested too in using the bare copper for like the frame wires, that way I can solder and make the ball points and stuff. But then could you do it higher in the flame? So far what I've experienced is if you do it higher in the flame, it heats but doesn't ball up on itself. So you can anneal higher up in the flame, but you need it to, it completely anneals the wire. Like super, super soft, as opposed to even up here at the end. Like that's how I test it, is you can get a much smoother curve in soft wire than you can in hard wire. But it does anneal the wire. Oh my god, guys, this is the coolest thing that, like, I'm so excited. This really is, I think, from what I've researched, anneal means to soften it. So like whenever I talk about work hardening with like pliers or a hammer, bye Lisa, annealing is the opposite. It's, I think, not a scientist. I can dress up like a mad scientist. I'm not actually a scientist. Not a trained one, at least, with consistent results or anything. But whenever you anneal it, it realigns the molecules or like the crystalline structure. I don't really know. But it magics it back into being soft again. I am the worst blacksmith ever. It's like, how does that work? Magic. Keep hammering. Who ate your pudding? Oh. I think are you displacing blame? But yay, magic, right? Can you work harden it back up? Yep, you sure can. Bye, Brad. Thanks for popping in. Science. Stuff happens. Fancy metal magics, right? The opposite is true for glass. Right on. That's a whole nother world that I want to get into. But that's definitely going to take a kiln. Is doing like, I want to do like fused glass and dichroic and stuff. Like, oh, that'd be so cool. Like, I think that'd be the neatest thing. So this is what we've kind of been getting into. This is why I haven't been doing daily videos. Oh, really? Ember. Oh, little tuna face. Oh God, she smells like tuna. She's so chubby. I love her. I love my little chub muffin. What? Sorry, just looking at my cat. you use steel, you cannot punch it to nail it. It has to slide on. And that's, I was going to say, I think balling up the tips like this only really works on silver and copper because they have such low melt points. The book that I was recommending to y'all, which if I can remember to, could you help me to remember to put the book down in the video description? Will you resume doing what you were doing?
No.
Oh, he was terrorizing the dogs with his monster feet, and they were like coming at him. It was cute. But this has a really nice chart in it about the metals that you can and can't like solder with. And oftentimes, if you can't solder with it, then you're not going to be able to do like the ball tip. Where the heckins? It's somewhere in here. Ooh, nipple. I don't know how to make a ball pin into a flathead pin, like if that makes sense. I think it takes maybe a form or something. Now you could hammer. I don't know, because the hot metal will stick to my brick. This isn't conditioned to take that kind of heat. It might crack. I'm not risking it on my marble board either. But I think it would take like a form or something. But one day that'd be really cool. Do what? Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Hey Tiffany. I think I stuck it in some of my house. Greg says, are you really busy? Just let me know. Thanks. Yes, Greg, I'm so sorry. The holidays he rolled us over. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at being a professional person. Callie is sitting in the chair. Boop, Callie, cat, meow, meow. She was helping me mark on your metal. At the shop, okay, sorry, it booted me. Comments. So, with a chasing hammer against an anvil. Now, that I found out, because this one actually had a warning on it, is that some hammers, if you're hitting against your actual anvil, it may shatter the head. So you have to kind of be careful. Do it, love? What?
It'll shatter your hammer.
Yeah. And so that is why I'm a handy dandy face mask. Iron Vaughn with shrapnel in my heart, but it's way less dramatic and nobody will make a movie about it.
Yeah.
Because I'll just die. Because I'll be sticking batteries and magnets and be like, but it's like fridge magnets and AAAs. Chasing hammers are designed for that specific use. Right on. Well, if it hasn't become obvious yet, I have a ton to learn about all of this stuff. So I'm looking forward to being a student for the rest of my life. Do it, love? Okay, so you want me to heat this up and then try to smush it?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing at a time.
We're learning today.
We're learning today. We're doing science. Ish.
Okay, and fish.
Nope.
Oh, it's off. Right.
Oh.
Smash it on there.
And I think what it is I'm just heating it up. Woo! I gotta get not excited and wave hot tools around. I'm so sorry. Randy! Where'd it go?
Do another one.
Yeah. Bitches. Randy!
Show them.
No, you look first.
Fast.
Guys!
Head pins.
Oh, that is cool. And it's perfectly centered up. It's not like perfectly round. Guys! So, what you say? put a bead on it. Well, first, and get this, it squeezes my head so bad, and it's like 3 million degrees. But yeah, okay, so I have just a little broken piece of marble cutting board. Guys, this is the coolest crap ever. Like, I'm going to use, what did I do with that file set that Jim sent me? Jim! Oh my gosh. I'm definitely gonna try. Just to snip that little burr off. There we go. Burr coming off the side. So, in today's giveaway, let me find a really nice bead. Today's giveaway is going to be this handmade head pin. That is my very first head pin that I've ever made in my whole entire human life. Plus this round bead that is it big enough? That it's big enough. Look at that! Ah! And then let me rummage out a really nice bead cap, and I'm gonna make a little pendant. And today's giveaway will be this pendant because hashtag not prepared. Okay, where's the bead cap? There's my bead. Man, the floor just like rolls right down into this corner. And I have not yet acclimated to my duck feet. Because I need like a big bead cap. Like a honkin' mamma jamma. You got any honkin' mamma jammas, Randy? What? Don't come in here with your judgment and look at me weird like that. I love you. But don't. Ooh, actually. Found one. That's a honkin' mamma jamma. What? Hey, Randy. What's a mamma jamma?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Go tell her.
What's going on?
Go tell her you want pizza.
We're not getting pizza, honey. We're absolutely 100% not getting pizza.
Go tell her.
Nope. Nope. Not even if the dog tells me. If he speaks in legible English.
Legible?
Yes. I have to see the words as they come out of his mouth.
That's equally as important, I suppose.
Okay, sorry. Tammy made her first sales. Thank you for inspiring me. Oh, Tammy, congratulations. Whatever a mamma jamma is, it's me. No, Judy. Okay, so there's the honkin' mamma jamma bead cap. Oh, it's a clean way of saying, because I haven't said
Another
that.
clucker?
A mother clucker. You mother clucking mamma jamma. I'm just cursing up a storm here. I'm so sorry if you
Poor
let your
Sam's
children
just
watch this.
trying to-
Diane says I want pizza now. Thanks, Randy.
Blame Sam. Look at
No,
him.
we're doing so
He
good.
just wants
Like, kind of losing weight.
Dog wants what the dog wants.
The dog does want what the dog wants. Hey, Sam. I'm gonna tell you what my parents told me. Get a job. They never told me.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Dogs would chat bubbles when they talk, right? Okay, so I'm making a little bead. Little bead in a bowl. Hey, Randy. Would you mind pulling up the, Okay, he's got some frozen. That works. Don't do it, Sam. Compromise and get wings. We're trying to once a week, and it has not, our respawn has not happened yet. Making a nice little wrapped loop. And I'm going to turn that into a little spiral. So I'm going to get Randy to help me put together, like bring up the, anybody who commented on Tuesday's live stream, and if you haven't commented, you can comment on you can go comment now while I finish this up. But that'll put your name in the giveaway, or in the hat for the giveaway. No, I'm gonna leave that snipped off. It's like a little blue acorn, little blue resin acorn. But yeah, one of my very first round beads and my legit very first. Oh, the stream's off again. Hey, Melissa. I guess we've got some sour weather coming in, but such is winter in Missouri. Such is winter everywhere, I think. Where are you putting up your Christmas tree? I don't know if Randy and I are actually going to be putting up a tree this year, because we're going for like the week of Christmas and New Year's to family in Tennessee. And Callie's kind of rambunctious. So I don't think we're going to be setting up a tree this year. But that's also me, like, usually I say that every year, and then by December 20th, I'm like, let's put up the tree. According to Urban Dictionary, a woman who's built and stacked, has curves in all the right places with perfect body measurements in every dimension. Well, that's very subjective. Well, in that case, though, it can also apply to bead caps, because this bead cap was perfect in every way. Jody. Okay, so I'm going to put a little ring on it.
Emergency pizza.
Yay. Randy's flossing, and he's doing it kind of well. You've been practicing, sir. No, that did not just happen. Randy just went like he's flossing his teeth. He was born to do dad jokes, like just 100%. Whew. Right, Jody? Okay, so now putting the ring through it. Hey, Randy, could you pull up the random comment picker?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Doing last week?
Tuesday, actually. So this is what we're giving away in today's live stream. Just a fun little pendant. You could actually put it on a keychain as well. And guys, I'm so excited to get to where I can solder. Now this one was made out of plated parawire, but I'll be able to make copper rings and then solder them. That way you can put them on your keychain, or you don't ever have to worry about the rings coming off or anything. So everybody go comment on Tuesday's stream, because that's where we're going to be picking the comments from. Hey, pretty kitty. We're going to see if we can get this blessed by Callie. Come here, little kitten. Oh, you're getting bigger every day. It's all that tuna. Do you like? Whoever wins it, I hope you don't have cat allergies. Callie. Oh. Oh, you're such a good girl. Did you?
66 comments.
66 comments. Right? She's so cute. She's just a little goober. You are. You're the best goober in the whole house. I love you. Ember's good too. But she's an empress. You're a goober. You're a little leaky stinky. She is such a pretty kitty. Right? I think it's because she grew up playing with the neighbors' kids, like, as their cat, until they stole her and got her fixed because she was living outside. Yeah, Ember hates being held. That's 43 years Washington State. Right on, Jim. You should make some cat toys, right? Well, everything's technically a cat toy, unless it's specifically made as a cat toy, and then they ignore it. Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question, Scarla? In the Nashville area, and then Southern Tennessee. I've been looking for your resin horns tutorial. I've only found the clay one. I haven't done one in resin yet. What you doing, goober? You ready in there, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, she loves me. She's like trying to. Sometimes she loves too much. Little too much love. You want to go chase that wire? Go chase that wire. Yeah. She's a rambunctious little squirt. Okay. We're going to pick the winner, you guys. Snuggle kitten, right? I'm not used to these shoes yet, and every time I look down, I'm like, whoa. Okay. So
70, up to 70.
70 commenters on Tuesdays. Yep. So the winner of this pendant. Drum roll. Oh, what's it gonna be? Can I look yet?
Yeah.
Ton H1. I'm 47, but maybe I should try some dreads. Love, yours, Vaughn. Well, Ton, now you've got a pendant to wear along with it, because it is never too early or too late to do whatever the heck you want.
Put it in your hair.
Put it in your hair. This would actually look super cool as like a dread bead. What? It would. Oh, he rolls his eyes because he's a grumpy old man, aren't you? Okie dokie. So congratulations, Ton. If you'll send me an email with where you would like this shipped to, my email address is backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com. So send me that email and I'll get it shipped off to you, hopefully before 2020.
He's not naked. He's got a helmet and shoes
Yeah,
on.
he's got a helmet and shoes on. That's like perfectly clothed. In our house, that's good enough to check the P.O. box.
He's got shoes. He don't need no shirt for certain.
Yeah. But yeah, congrats, Ton. This is super cool. I hope you enjoy the heck out of it. And you've been a long time viewer, and I'm really glad that you get to have something that's so many firsts for me. Tiffany goes, nakedness. I wondered why one hurt. Okay, on that note though, I'm gonna go have breakfast. Congrats, Kelly. Yeah, I'm gonna go make breakfast and smashed eggs and bacon for the win.
I'm having pizza.
Well, would you like some eggs as well?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've had a wonderful morning with you. Well, morning's subjective. Time is a construct. Yeah, 4 sticks of butter down, Kelly. Go for it. But we will see y'all in our next video. So until then, happy crafting, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and just keep on keeping on, guys. We'll see you around. Bye.